Hello, my name is Luis Mario Saavedra, and for this project, I decided to work with the global issue of COVID, the global pandemic. Specifically, I worked this under the topic of the effects of COVID over different factors such as economy, society, and environment. And the SDG that I found the most appropriate for the topic was SDG number 8, which is decent work and economic growth. And I chose to work with this topic because it is one of the main issues that the world is going on through right now. And I believe that it is very important for everyone to know about the topic and for the people that can to raise awareness in order to come up with solutions that may reverse all the negative effects that it has already had over the world. As part of this project, one of the things that we had to do was to make interviews to people from other parts different from our community. As an example, I used a person from Cancun, which is basically because it is in another city than the one that I live in, and a person from Costa Rica, which is another country from the one I live in. And this helped me a lot in the sense that I had a broader perspective over the topic. This helped us a lot because it made us have better possible proposals in order to solve the issue. Using as an example, my perspective was completely changed because at the beginning I thought that most of the countries and most of the cities and everywhere in the world was affected the same by the situation because in all parts of the world there is jobs needed and people losing them and a lack of income for companies and countries. But then after talking with these people, I saw that, for example, in Cancun, the issue is bigger because Cancun is a city based on tourism, and the pandemic, apart from making companies close, also the tourism was widely affected. There was a less flow of tourism, and this made a higher impact over them. Not only this, but also the hurricane season is during these months in Cancun, which made me realize that even though the global pandemic is something to care about, there are other factors that need to be attended at the same time. Also, with my friend from Costa Rica, my perspective was widely changed because not much about Costa Rica, but basically because he mentioned how he knows someone in New Zealand and how he mentioned that one of the most important factors over the topic is responsibility and awareness about it. Made me realize that, for example, in Mexico, there's a lot of people that is not completely aware about the situation, which shows how much cases there are in the country. And in places like New Zealand, where there was a lot of responsibility and the situation was correctly managed, there are much less cases than in here. So that's why I believe that basically intercultural communication helped me widen my perspective about the topic. After analyzing the situation and hanging around with the interviewees, but also with research done by me, I came to the conclusion that a proposal needed to be done. Uh, Thanks to my friend in Costa Rica, I realized that the main target of this proposal and the main objective basically is awareness. This will be done because it came to my mind and it was very, very important for me to know that in places like New Zealand or Costa Rica, where there was a lot of awareness about the topic and the situation was correctly managed, the cases were completely low compared at the ones like Mexico. And in here in Mexico, we have problems that people is not completely aware about the situation, taking into consideration things like how the president has managed the situation and how he's publicly showing himself by not wearing masks and different actions that he has taken, which completely relates to the amount of cases that Mexico has nowadays. I believe that my proposal is completely achievable. It is very relevant and it is of big impact because my main goal is to make social media accounts by which I will share information about the topic and raise awareness among the people in order for them to know special things about the virus. Not only this, but also how uh, they can take certain actions in order to avoid being infected. And I believe that it is completely achievable and it is very relevant because social media is a way in which all the world can be connected by very few and simple steps. I believe that positive effect of this proposal is that, as mentioned before, it is very easy for a post to reach different parts of the world, and this helps in order to raise awareness at a global scale in a very easy way. On the other side, it is also important to analyze the negative possible outcome of this situation, which is that not everyone speaks the same language, which can be countered by making posts in English because it is a language that most of the people in the world speak. Not only this, but also another problem that may affect the outcome of the proposal is that many people does not have access to internet, which makes it very difficult for them in order to know about what is happening. But for this, there is also a plan analyzed, which basically is to make propaganda in these different places by recruiting people and spreading information. I always believe that to take action in a certain issue, first one must change its point of view about it. And for this, it is why my proposal, I believe, it is very important. For this, my role will basically be the one of creating social media accounts that will be in charge of posting different pieces of information about the topic in order to raise awareness. But also, I will have the task of attacking the possible negative sides of the proposal, which, using as an example, the people that do not have access to internet. I believe that one of my other roles will be the one of recruiting people, and personally, I will be also helping these people receive the information needed for the topic, because only in this way can we make a positive impact in the world.